Welcome back to Gear for the Common Game. Today, in deck number 984, we're going to talk a little bit about everything with Apothecary White. This is from Clue, a Ravnica edition. So for 4 mana, we get a 3/4 Vigilant Cleric. Whenever you attack, you create a food token for each player being attacked. So this is going to encourage us attacking multiple players, i.e. making multiple enemies. So, but also we have white and tap. Tap X untap foods to create X 1/1 creature tokens. So this is a food deck. It wants to be a food deck. I have like 3 distinct things going on here. One, food led me to life gain, and life gain led me to something else, and it's not. Anyway, let's get into it. First, we will start with our mono white ramp. You know what that means. It is a core cartographer, and then we move to artifacts, which is the soul ring, marble diamond, pristine talisman. Hey, it's even life gain, burnished heart, and mind stone. Mindstone is last because that is also our card draw. Yeah, it's pretty weak and wide. I didn't have a lot. I guess there are some things like land tax. I have trouble considering a land tax as ramp because all it does is catch you up. Yes, you can go get the 3 lands out of your library, put in your hand, and you can play them once per turn, ensuring you have a land drop. But Journeyer's Kite, also the same thing, regardless of how I played it 20 years ago. It still just, it lets you never miss a land drop, which is cool. That's not bad, don't get me wrong. But you're not jumping out ahead like you do in green or literally every other color. So, let's look at some food. So we want to tap food to make tokens. Food or tokens? Well, there's one. We'll get to that. So, got to have some limbus bread if you're in for a long journey. It also helps if you carry around 3 bowls of porridge while you are adventuring on your candy trail. We do have the lovebirds, the ginger brute, and Sir Ginger. Hobbit Sting deals X damage to target creature where X is the number of creatures you control plus the number of foods you control. So this is a 2 mana instant removal spell that keys off of, creatures and food. Sometimes, you just put them in a food coma. I have experienced this. Oh my gosh. We got Rosie Cotton. She brings a food with her. And whenever you create a token, any token, it ain't got to be a food. So when our commander taps to make the 1/1s, hey, counter other than her. So we got some token synergy going on here, right? East Farthing Farmer. It's a food. And then Second Breakfast. I really kind of like this. It is a good surprise card. So, and obviously cracking food gains you life. So, we have, that led me into the life gain section. The Gaffer. If you gain 3 or more life this turn, you draw a card. I guess this could be card draw. When you sack a food, or when you eat a food, it's 3 life. So that's the idea behind it. Everybody's favorite rocks, the Faithmender. I like double life gain. It's my very favorite kind of life gain. Spirit Link, one of the greatest auras that is offensive and defensive. We have our Soul's Attendant, because, we're going to be gaining, making creatures, making a lot of tokens. Suture Priest, same thing. Ivory Tower, Ivory Tower is in there because land tax is in there. Let's face it. Because land tax is going to load your hand up, and Ivory Tower will gain you life for it. Reliquary Tower will just let you hang on to them. So that way, every turn you can pick somebody that's got more than you, get 3 planes out. Your deck thinning, which is not that big of a strategy in Commander, unless you can, like, get rid of all your lands like Maness or something, but it is something. Especially if we're going to do it every single turn. Dawn of Hope. Whenever you gain life, you can pay 2 to draw a card, and it makes soldier tokens. So, hey. Archangel Elspeth. For a plus, she makes soldiers with lifelink. So she makes a token, it has a lifelink, and everything else is pretty much gravy, because that's what we're casting Archangel Elspeth for. And then, of course, we have our Angel of Vitality. Gain life, gain that much +1. I'm trying to illustrate the path that my mind went on when I made this deck. So here we are, right? We are at the end of the life gain section, and my first thought was, man, we're making all these tokens. Divine Visitation. If one or more creature tokens would be created under your control. Instead, you get that many Sarah Angel tokens instead. 4/4 flying vigilant tokens. That is insane. And I was like, well, so we got this Planeswalker that was an angel. We got this angel that helps us gain life, and we got this Divine Visitation. So, yeah, I went full tilt into angels. It just... The next one was Lyra Dawnbringer. She's a giant flyer with lifelink. Why wouldn't we want this? Hey, she gives other angels lifelink as well. So, Sigarda's going to help with that, playing them. Battle Angels of Tyr is a monster of a card. Just a monster of an angel. The Sunblast Angel. Untap, upkeep, draw, cast, kill everything that's tapped. Sure. And then we can attack. Karmic Guide's going to bring something back from the dead. As well as Sigardian Savior, a little thing. Segovian Angel, so we got some early game. Resplendent Angel. Exalted Angel. Now, clarification here, because I like to do these rules clarifications when they come up. This is not lifelink. There is a subtle difference in lifelink and then this ability. I should have covered it back there on Spirit Link. Whenever Exalted Angel deals damage, you gain that much life. You can put give her lifelink, and both abilities will trigger. If you give a creature lifelink twice, both abilities do not. But this is not lifelink. Sarah Angel, Angelic Curator, protection from artifacts is, it's not nothing. And I was also filling out my curve with flyers, Angel gets bigger with other angels, sure. Platinum Angel, because, nobody wants to die. And then, lastly, Entreat the Angels. I know, we went everywhere. And the angel theme probably does not belong. I'll admit, probably not. But, yeah. Let's go back to our random category, shall we? Celestial Unicorn, I guess this could have been in the life gain section, because when you gain life, you get the counter. Doesn't matter how much life you gain. 1, you should get a counter. 20, you should get 1 counter. So, small increments there. Our good friend, Windborn Muse, keeping people from attacking us. The other Elspeth, Sun's Champion, a +1 to get 3 soldiers. Why is the siren going off? We have Virtue of Loyalty, which is just going to make our entire team bigger. Mirror Entity, technically an angel. But also, it's one of those things, if you have a ton of mana, it can... My favorite use of Mirror Entity was when I activated it for 0 to kill my own team so that I didn't die to the black board wipe. I can't remember what it was. Kills everything, and each player takes damage equal to the number of creatures they had. I would have died to it, but all I had to do was live to my upkeep. Yeah, pretty sweet. Root-born defenses, because you know what? I mean, populate. We've got tokens, and we got creatures that we don't want to die. Increasing devotion. You know, lots of tokens here. Lots and lots and lots of tokens. And I know the Moonshaker doesn't exactly fit into any of those categories, but it does fit into the I'm playing mono white and I need every advantage I can get category. Now on to our removal. You know I got a disenchant. Return to Dust. Reprieve. I love Reprieve. Return target spell to its owner's hand, draw a card, so it doesn't really cost you a card, but it doesn't counter it. So those uncounterable things, I'm not countering it. I'm just putting it back in your hand. You can recast it again. Oh wait, you tapped out? Oh really? You can't overload your Rift again on the same turn? Oh. We have a Stroke of Midnight, Generous Gift, and Crib Swap. Wondering how many times they're going to make the same card, but you know, hey, I'm fine with it. Ravnica at War is an overlooked card. I haven't run it in a while. It does some work, especially in mono white decks. Condemn. I have the Spurn Mage Advocate in here because I love the politics angle of the advocates. Love them. Because you can tap, return 2 cards from an opponent's graveyard to their hand, destroy target attacking creature. So, I mean, that's a real thing. You can make friends at a table. And then we have the Urza's Silex, which is going to, ultimate removal, right? Which is going to bring us to our non-basic lands. Don't have a lot. The Myriad Landscape, Rogue's Passage, and Castle Arden Vale. Now, like I said, there are probably better Apothecary Whites decks out there, but this was, I don't know, I just got, it shows the path of my thinking as I was building the deck. Anyway, probably going to end up playing this today just to see how it runs. But that's what I've got for today. I appreciate y'all watching, liking, subscribing. But right now, we're going to shuffle and cut.